her time. Oh God, can I read this? I don't know.
I can read it.
Can you read it?
Yeah. Where are we up to?
So here, and when we come to here, that's when we're going to read the next page. So,
To give thanks that you all live and that your time on earth was shared with us. You were and always will be our strength, our role model, our friend. Your influence and your love will stay with us forever. Although we will never be the same without you, we will always hold you in our hearts, remember you, and speak your name often as we always have done. Thinking of Mum, let us all find peace and quietness with love and concern for each other. Mum was born in the 30s during the Depression and the imminent threat of war. Life was tough, but Mum's parents, Leslie and Dorothy, became very resourceful. They traveled throughout the country in their truck trying to make ends meet with odd jobs here and there, collecting scrap metal they found as a source of income. Today we call that recycling. As history is told, in these early days, Mum's cot was an open suitcase. It's all they could afford.
so now we're going to read something that Mum wrote, a little bit of her own autobiography that she started. It's only one page, but we're going to read her handwriting, which can be a bit challenging, but
I don't know if I'm going to be able to read this.
So, if you can't, I can help. But, yeah.
Bear with me, be patient.
Okay, because it's in like scroll. Yeah.
I was born on the 1st of the 4th, 1935.
At the Royal Children's Hospital.
My mother's name was Dorothy, and father's was Leslie.
Yeah.
Donald?
Arnold.
Arnold.
Yeah.
I can't read
All
this.
right. I'll make it a bit of a laugh. Sorry. It is a challenge, and yeah,
It's very neat.
it's very neat, but it's hard. Okay, so my earliest recollection was a house somewhere in Brunswick, and I played with some kids opposite, and then we moved to 32 Talbot Street, West Brunswick. I don't remember. Oh God, I can't read it.
I don't remember anything else until I started school at Brunswick West,
In Albert Street,
Albert Street.
which was, does it say Methodist? A Methodist school.
Methodist school
It looks
in
like
the what's that?
I can't read it. My cousin Robert Berman and myself both went to the school on the same day. I remember feeling quite comfortable, and I'm sure it was because I had company. I loved school and did quite well, and I think I must have been about 8, and my sister Mark 2.5 years younger, as we both would have been at school. When I remember leaving my father telling my mother to get to the hospital as she looked about like she was in pain, either in her back and legs. And this resulted in TB of the spine, and she was in hospital for 18 months, where they extracted a bone in her back. So she was hospitalised, her mum. So these were hard days. Can you read that?
These were hard days, and my father had
Many housekeepers looking after us because they were only little. And I remember one in particular who drank a lot, and she drank a lot, and I found her in my bed after coming home from the pictures. I told my I told her in no uncertain terms, yeah, with her hand on her hip, that she had to get up out of my bed as my dad would be home soon and she would get into trouble. I did not like her. Yeah, I did not like her, and it says I know she slept with Dad. I know she slept, that's what it says. The times lived, well, the Thomases lived next door and then moved, and I have something found up of Annie Bev lived in number 36, and they became friends, and they're friends to this day. Yeah, so that was her handwriting. Story she wanted to tell, but didn't get around to it. So yeah, that was interesting. Let me just go back. Sorry.
Are there any gaps you need filling in?
Yeah, possibly, because I sort of from here. Where's that other page gone, Calandra?
You're talking about the school?
Did I have? Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So she was. Thank you, Calandra. She was the eldest of 3 siblings: Margaret, Barbara, and Jim. Uncle Jim's here today. Thank you for coming. Barbara couldn't be here. She's travelling around Australia, and Annie Ma came up a few weeks ago, but didn't feel she was. She struggled with the drive, and she's 84 now, so she chose, just to come to the University of Melbourne service, which was this week. So, Uncle Jim, I'm going to skip then to 1954 when Mum met Dad, but if you want to fill in anything from when you were little, if you have any stories to tell from that time up until when Mum and Dad got married, or anything you want to say.
Strangely, well, I remember, well, your mother brought home a guy,
Yeah.
but he was black.
Oh yes, she liked him.
And I remember Dad saying, "You're not going out with that black bastard, get rid of him." Which he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then she met John. I don't know how that came about.
Yeah.
But she met John.
So she met him at Massoners, where they were working. She was the typist, and Dad was a printer, or a printer by trade. So
Wasn't he a printer or a princess then?
yeah, yeah. So getting back to that guy, I was shopping in Kmart one day with Mum, and we got to the checkout, and he was standing at the checkout with his family, and she said, "Oh my God, hello," and they both exchanged pleasantries and then went on with their day. But yeah, he had his kids with him, and I was with Mum, so they did see each other again. Yes, yes. So that was quite bizarre.
And he was still alive. How long ago was that?
Oh, I can't remember. I was a child. I was probably 10 or something, and he had his. So yeah.
I remember her saying that she met some guy that she used to date when she was younger. I don't know if it was him. She goes, I think I did a lot better.
Yeah. Oh, okay. She might have got a shock when she saw him at Kmart. She might have got quite a shock. Yeah.
I don't know if it was him or someone else.
Your mother went to Albert Street State School. That's the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
And our mother went to that school as well.
Oh, right.
So you got our mother, Frances, Margaret, me, and Barbara all went to the same school.
Oh, right.
And
Is it still standing?
we lived in Albert Street, Chelper Street, until about 1960. And in 61 we moved to Oak Park.
Right, in 1961. Okay.
Yeah, and by that stage Frances had been married.
Yeah, well she got married in 1958 and built Augusta Avenue in 1960. So yeah. So that's where they built their house, and then they had us 4 kids: Jeff, Peter, Colin, and myself. Yeah. So this place here, especially, you know, is where they've chosen to be laid to rest. Growing up, we spent school holidays at Mungan's Bridge with Auntie Mary, in Dedderang at the O'Keefe's farm, and at Bright at the Outdoor Inn.
Our neighbour John LaRossi would often holiday with us.
Yeah.
We shared many nights around the campfire having a drink and a good laugh. We had so many fun times motorbike riding, shooting, fishing and swimming in the rivers.
Yeah.
These were some of the best times, free, without a care. Mum and Dad often revisited this area in later years riding the Ulysses Club with Jacinta, Colin Mackay and Carol Locke, and sometimes as kids would tag along for the ride.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Cole.
This is where we also learned to drive up here. On the
Did
Keep Farm.
you?
Yeah.
Oh,
In
wow.
Ford.
Oh, that was on the not Pemberley.
No, that was behind the racetrack where we used to go.
Oh yeah.
The Dedderang.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
That's where we learned to drive.
And then up at the other farm,
Yeah, Keep
Yeah. Well, the O'Keefe's saying pretty much all that land right up to the turn-off. So we used to, yeah, so all this land was there. So we used to come up and stay anywhere along here. Fantastic.
So in 2012, Mum and Dad moved to Federation Village in Bonks Forest Road, Glenroy, and they loved it there. Fridays fish and chip nights were a favourite time they shared with local residents, and they celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary in 2018.
Dad passed away on the 18th of March 2018. Mum was never quite the same again. Mum loved to sit and relax with a cuppa in the afternoon sun or with our dog Maple on the couch. Mum loved to be surrounded by her family, including her beautiful grandchildren, Leon, Calandra, Emma, Jack, John and Mason. She enjoyed afternoon teas with us, all gathering around her: Jasmine, Jeff's partner, Julie, Peter's wife, Murray, Chrissy's partner. Mum's family and friends were always her biggest pride and joy. Her warmth, her love and her values were not locked up inside
yeah.
her, but were given out to everyone she touched. Mum is not just part of the past, our memories, or part of the present in our grief. She's part of our future. But what she offered you during her life's journey has been passed on to you in a wealth of ways to become part of it. Today, Mum is reunited with Dad in God's country. We welcome Mum back to the elements, to rest in peace and freedom.
Mason, do you want to say anything?
Read a poem?
She's got a poem to read. It's called Mountain Time. You want me to read it? Does anyone feel like they want to read? No? Okay.
if you can't handle it.
If you want to, Uncle Jim.
If
do
you
wanna-
can't handle
yeah, I'm not good. Okay. So like a bird on a wing, time's a wondrous thing, as snow gums and natural fountains. And to me, time is best when I'm able to rest all my cares and ride into the mountains.
Where the beef cattle graze and the distant blue haze slows our pace to the way God intended. Where that stars of the night are abnormally bright, where the campfire and bush sounds are blended. This was Dad's, wasn't it?
Oh, it was in a cattleman's
Yeah,
walk we
yeah.
found, yeah.
Yes, it's blissful to dream by a swift alpine stream, letting minutes drift by into hours. See the woolly butts climb beyond all care of time, with your feet in a carpet of flowers. When you've no need to race, let your horse walk its pace, taking cobbler and clear and the fainter. From Razorback's blade, let the light of day fade, work of the master creator. When my time comes to die, I would choose that I lie here in the peace near the head of the Murray, where the cool mountain breeze murmurs soft through the trees, where I've never found reason to worry.
So if we can all join together just in a moment, if we can, to say the Lord's Prayer, and then I'll play some music. And yeah. So